I don't know if anybody else had this problem in 2025. Usually, in a normal year, I would be watching a combination of on-air dramas and completed dramas and kind of sprinkle in the completed dramas as I was watching the on-air dramas. And for some reason in 2025, I had a real big problem with this. I don't know what affected me so much to stop me from watching on-air dramas. Not just like stop watching on air, but having trouble keeping up with on-air dramas. Normally, if you guys don't know, I have been watching dramas for 20 something years. And ever since I could get my hands on dramas in an abundance, like streaming sites, for example, not just having to like go to Blockbuster or anything like that. I would always be watching a combination of on-air dramas and completed dramas and always have something to watch. It worked great with my schedule because I would have like 1 or 2 episodes to watch a day, and then I could watch whatever I wanted after that. For some reason in 2025, I could not keep up with on-air dramas, specifically Korean dramas. That's mostly everything I watch that is on air. Everything else I wait for it to end for the most part. Chinese dramas I already can't keep up with when it's airing, so I stopped trying a long time ago. Even Korean dramas I couldn't keep up with. I would go months with having an on-air drama that I should have finished 3 months ago on my current watch list, and then I would be watching other stuff, and or I would fall really, really behind, and then at that point, I was just watching a completed drama anyway. I was never good at keeping up with on-air dramas. I'm gonna talk about this more in my drama resolutions video that you'll get at the end of December, but I wanted to specifically make a video about this strategy. I've decided in 2026 that I'm not going to watch dramas on air anymore. I want to run to an experiment and see what happens. If I'm more successful in what I'm watching, what I like, if I complete more dramas than I do in previous years by doing this strategy. If I don't, maybe I'll go back to it. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna watch 2026 dramas, I'm just gonna wait until they're done. So the strategy is I'm not gonna try and watch dramas on air anymore in 2026. I'm gonna wait until either they're almost done or they're done, and I'm going to click play on them. Because 2 reasons, maybe 3. 2 reasons. First reason is I couldn't keep up with the airing schedule, and that's saying something because usually I'm fairly good at it. I couldn't do it. I would have months where I'm either watching dramas for other podcast recordings or just behind on a lot of dramas, and I kinda had to pick and choose what to finish first, which caused me to not keep up with the on-air dramas as it was, and I had a lot of personal things going on in 2025. It just was a mess, and I didn't watch a lot of on-air dramas. There was a time in some months in 2025 that I didn't click play on an on-air drama for months, and I have, like, so many 2025 dramas I have yet to see because I didn't watch them on air. One of the reasons why I wanna do this too is I don't want the pressure. Like, I still am planning on watching 2026 dramas. It's not like I'm gonna completely put them in a list and not watch anything, but I don't want the pressure of trying to keep up with an on-air schedule because I already watch 7, 8, 9, 10 dramas at a time, and trying to keep up with that airing schedule with 7, 8, 9, 10 dramas, that's a lot. That's a lot. And for some reason in 2025, it didn't work out for me, and I didn't watch a lot of them or I didn't complete them in time. And I don't want to have to deal with that pressure of, oh my God, this is ending in 3 weeks and I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I need to catch up. Or, oh my God, this is ending this week and haven't watched the last 2 weeks and things like that. So, I'm not saying I'm gonna binge these dramas. I'm not a binger either. It really depends on the drama. It really depends how well I'm liking them. I don't binge dramas. I kind of the reason why I watch 7, 8, 9, 10 dramas at a time is I kinda hop around. I plan to hop around with the airing dramas too. I just plan to start them after they're done airing and kind of hop around. I'm hoping this will allow me to finish more because I still want to talk about dramas. I still want to like partake in conversations in on social media, on the podcast. I still want to talk about things people are excited for, but I also want to watch other country dramas. In 2025, I First off, maybe we'll reach 40 dramas completed in 2025. That is a low, low number for me. 2, I've only watched like 17 K-dramas, which is a really low number. Usually I'm double that. Usually. And it's even more curious is I've watched like 17 Korean dramas, but I've also watched 14 Chinese dramas. And they've never been that close. I've always been like 40 K-dramas and like 10 Chinese dramas. It's never been that close. The other thing is I don't know what it was in 2025. Maybe it was the Korean dramas I chose to click play on. Maybe it was my mood. I'm really not sure. Korean dramas in 2025 were not it for me. There was a handful that I really enjoyed and that are gonna be in my top 10 dramas of the year, but there were others that I was like, "Why am I still watching this?" Or I dropped them, or I didn't even click play on because people said they were so bad. It was all over the place, and I've never had that happen before. Again, I've been watching dramas for 20-something years. I've never had that much of a negative reaction for Korean dramas than this year in 2025 for me. And I really don't know what it was. I don't know if it was my mood. I don't know if it was the year. I don't know if it was the quality of Korean dramas coming out. Because again, we all know, I've said this many times, I am not a rom-com person. I'm not the romance person. I'm very particular when it comes to that, especially when it comes to like Korean dramas. I tend to gravitate to other countries for the romance parts. Crime dramas still were good, but some were not. Some were not good when it comes to Korean dramas. It was just all over the place to Korean dramas for me. And I'm not trying to be like a negative on Korean dramas, but for some reason they just were not working for me in 2025. And I kind of want to avoid that again in 2026 because I want to enjoy the dramas I'm watching and not just watch something because people are talking about it, which I normally don't do anyway. Like, I haven't watched Bon Appetit, My Majesty, or Your Majesty. I don't plan to because I knew it was not something I wanted to watch and I wouldn't like it. So there was no reason for me to watch it. But I I want to enjoy the dramas I'm watching and I want to watch more of them. I want to complete more of them. And 2025, I just didn't complete a lot of dramas, especially Korean dramas. And so hopefully by not trying to keep up with an on-air schedule and just being able to watch whatever I want to watch, I can complete more dramas. The goal of this entire thing is to complete more dramas in 2026 because 37 dramas is horrible for me. Absolutely horrible. I definitely usually watch at least 60, and it's honestly been going down ever since 2020. I will never reach the number I did in 2020 again. That will be absurd. I would be never leaving my house. Granted, I am a homebody as it is, but I watched 99 dramas in 2020, or like 95 maybe, 95, 99, something around there. I didn't reach 100. I almost did. I've never watched that many before, but I've easily gotten to 50, 60, 70 since then. And for some reason this year, it's been a slog. It's been hard. So that is one of my things I'm hoping to change in 2026 is not to watch on-air dramas. But I still want to watch new dramas. It's not like I'm just going to go all the way back to old school stuff because I could do that. I could just watch all old dramas and be perfectly fine because as I said, there's many 2025 dramas I have yet to watch. 2020 dramas I have yet to watch. Even if you took K-dramas out of the picture and I'm only watch Chinese dramas, there's so many Chinese dramas I have yet to watch that are on my plan to watch list, which I guess is a good thing because my plan to watch list is never going to be empty, but I need to watch more dramas. It's sad. I'm sad that I'm only watching 40 dramas a year because that's usually not my number. That's usually not what I do. And it's just the dramas have just not been working for me in 2025. So hopefully 2026 will be different. Hopefully this strategy will help me out. I still will be watching dramas, still will be talking about dramas, especially on this YouTube channel, on the podcast, whatever. But hopefully this strategy will work. I will have more strategies that I want to do in 2026, which I'll talk about in my resolutions video. But what about you? Has 2025 been a good drama watching year for you? Has it not been good? Have you been gravitating towards other countries other than Korea? Because I know I have. I know I have. And I think that will be the same in 2026, or at least a little more balanced. Because For example, I wanna watch Japanese dramas. I have so many Japanese dramas on my plan to watch list that I've yet to watch. There's so many from 2025 that a lot of people loved and talked about that I have yet to watch that has been on my plan to watch list. Also, hopefully by this strategy, I can pull in some of those other dramas that I've been on the plan to watch list for years because I'm watching 5, 6, 7 on-air K-dramas all the time. Hopefully, I just wanna find a better balance. I wanna find better balance where I'm not being hounded by deadlines or, like, this drama's ending next week, I have to watch it, or FOMO, or things like that. I wanna watch what I wanna watch, and I wanna talk about what I like, and I wanna talk about what I don't like, and I wanna be I wanna be your person to come to for reviews and for opinions and be real real with you guys and be realistic, and yeah, which is the why I'm making this video is 2025 was hard, man. I mean, it was hard for me personally, it was hard in terms of drama land because I just was not liking a lot of stuff, or I wasn't watching as much as I wanted to. So, as December's winding down and I'm trying to finish some things and picking up some things to watch to enjoy and also enjoy the holiday season and my family and everything. I've been thinking about this, like what I can do in 2026 to watch more dramas and to enjoy more dramas. And I think this is one of the strategies I'm going to do. That is why I made a video today. I wanted to talk about this one strategy I had. I wanted to see and check in with you guys how your 2025 has been going with dramas. And do you have any plans in or strategies with 2026 and how you want to watch dramas? Or if you've never checked out a Chinese drama or Japanese drama, like, do you plan to do that? And I plan to talk about this a little more in terms of my resolutions video. You can go back and check out my 2025 resolutions video, but I wanted to specifically talk about this strategy and get your guys' take on it. So, what do you think? Do you think this will work out for me? Do you think it's stupid? What do you do? Like, do you do a combination of on air and completed, or do you wait until everything's completed to watch? Do you binge? Are you a binger? Like, how do you watch your dramas? That's all for me today.